Our last lesson in the transformations unit deals with dilations. Dilations are the only transformation we've talked about that are not isometries. So our essential question is, how do I dilate a figure? All right. Our first vocabulary word, and oh my, already having technical difficulties 2 seconds into the video. I'm going to have to walk back and forth to the computer in order to move the screen, is dilation. Okay, a dilation is an enlargement or reduction of a figure. They are not isometries. The scale factor which we use a lowercase k for, determines how much the figure will enlarge or reduce. So a couple of key vocabulary words here: dilation and scale factor. When k is greater than 1, you have an enlargement. When k is between 0 and 1, you have a reduction. It is not possible to have a negative scale factor. Okay, so if you have a fractional scale factor smaller than 1, you will have a reduction. Whole numbers and fractions greater than 1 will result in enlargements. So now we're going to graph each pre-image and image under the given dilation. So first let's graph triangle RST. -3, 4, and 2, -1. All of our dilations in this class are going to be about the origin. Okay. Now, our scale factor is 2. So literally all we are going to do is take R and multiply by 2. So R prime is going to be -10, +2. We're going to take S and multiply by 2. -6, +8. And we're going to take T and multiply by 2. 4 and -2. So let's see here. -10, 2. -6, 8. 4, -2 is our image an enlargement or a reduction? It is an enlargement. And we're done. It is as simple as multiplying by the scale factor. All right, let's try the next one. Yep, that screen absolutely will not move this morning. Oh, a rhombus this time. Let's go ahead and plot these points. Let's see, -10, 2, -2, 8, 6, 2, and -2, -4. Straight edges would be nice for this so that you're able to connect your points neatly. J, K, L, M. All right, my scale factor is 1/2. Is that going to be an enlargement or a reduction? It is going to be a reduction. K is between 0 and 1. So I am literally going to take each of these ordered pairs and multiply by 1/2. So -10 times 1/2 is -5. 2 times 1/2 is 1. -2 times 1/2 is -1. 8 times 1/2 is 4, and so on. Let's plot those points. J prime, K prime, L prime, M prime. And sure enough, we graphed a reduction. To be honest, dilations are my second favorite after translations. I love translations because all I'm doing is counting, and I like dilations because all I'm doing is multiplying. And to me, these are the two easiest transformations. All right, I want you to pause your video and try number 3 on your own, then come back to check your work. All right, let's take a look at this. The first thing I did was I wrote down my 3 ordered pairs for A, B, and C. And then I multiplied each value by 3/4. Don't be afraid of your fractions. 9/2 is just 4.5. So when I go to graph that, I went to 4 and then halfway up between 4 and 5, roughly. I plotted my 3 points and connected the dots, labeling the points with A prime, B prime, and C prime. Let's take a look at the next page. Identify the scale factor. All right, pick a point. Whatever point makes you happy. I'm going to pick W. Why not? So W is at -2, 2. And W prime is at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. -8, 8. Okay, as I look at this, going from W to W prime, this is clearly an enlargement. The pre-image is the small figure, and then I'm blowing up into a much larger one. So what do I multiply to go from -2 to -8? That's exactly the same as from 2 to 8. And, well, K, my scale factor, is 4. Pause the video and try finding the scale factor for number 5 on your own, then come back to check. All right, I picked point F. You could have chosen any point on this diagram. Going from F to F prime, I clearly have a reduction. My pre-image is much larger than my image. So I was looking for what fraction do I multiply by. So -6 to -2, I'm dividing by 3. Dividing by 3 is the same as multiplying by 1/3. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I need you to write a summary. How do you find dilations, and what is the difference between an enlargement and a reduction?